Welcome to 2-Point Conversion. Nice jacket there, Toot B.
Nice jacket, Matt B. You know, something's been bothering me ever since I went to that Monday night game in Washington, D.C. I met a woman there who's a diehard Niners fan, and she was married to a Cowboys fan. It actually made me sick.
Hated man in the stadium is right here.
To a 49ers fan.
How did that happen?
See the correlation.
Great sense.
If that was you, there is no way you would be able to survive. You would have to go to some serious couples therapy to make that work. By the way, does she have a sister?
So, John, Tootsie, it's nice to see you again. The last few sessions, we've focused on football. I was really thinking that it'd be important to talk about something other than football in order to make some continued progress. So, what are your feelings about that?
Well, I would be willing to do that, except every time I turn to him to talk to him about anything, there is this demonic pentagram staring back at me in my eyes, and I can't focus on anything else right now.
Well, I was hoping this week that we could focus more on the core issues that have brought you to myself and kind of go from there.
We don't need to look any further than the two cities that represent these teams. You know, my city known for love and peace and flower children, and his city known for the assassination of a president. That's your biggest tourist attraction. I hope you're proud.
It's true, that did happen. And that plagued the city of Dallas, no doubt about that. But you know what? That plague has been lifted. I got bad news for you. The plague's been lifted. I got 2 words to change that image. 2 words. Tom Landry. It's God's coach. Okay? No. If God, let me tell you something. If God could come on this earth in human form, of all people, of all generations, he would be Tom Landry.
Look, I'm not going to say anything bad about Tom Landry, because he's elderly.
Actually, he's deceased.
Okay, even more so. The thing is, I can't help but judge you over the fact that you are a fan of an inferior franchise. I mean, anytime, you could talk about America's team all you want, but every time we've met head-to-head, we have won more of the big games. We won the catch. We defeated you when you were going for your three-peat. And we even had Elvis Gerbach come in and beat you on your own field.
Okay.
So, I don't know what else to say. You know.
First of all, the catch was garbage, okay? I'll tell you why it was garbage, okay? After that catch, they got the ball back. Okay, they were driving down the field. Danny White hits Drew Pearson.
Danny White, the punter/quarterback.
Yeah,
Sorry, he's a punter.
No. The punter/quarterback hits Drew Pearson. Could have gone all the way. Got taken out with a horse collar tackle, which today would have been like a 20-yard penalty, and the guy probably would have got, Eric Wright, I think it was, would have gotten ejected, okay? So that's my answer to that. Should have won that game.
Well,
nothing I can do about it now. Nothing I can do about it now. But should have won that game.
Today, the Dallas Cowboys would have 500 false start penalties because their offensive line does this thing where they would get up, and then they get back down, and they get up, and they get back. What was that bullshit?
Guys, can we try to focus a little bit on the present? You seem to, again...
You seem to love 1981, The Catch.
Well,
Our franchise was born that day.
Okay, so... But at this point, again, you guys are talking about football. Again, I know it's difficult for you. So, let's talk to me a little bit about the intimacy in your relationship.
It's not there.
Okay.
He's searching for me the way that Tony
passion.
Romo is searching for an open receiver, and it's just like it's not there. He's just he can't connect. But I'm out here going, I'm wide open. I'm right here. I'm wide open. But he doesn't see it. I sort of look at him the way that Luke Skywalker looked at Darth Vader, and it's like I see the Anakin inside. I see that inside there is a football fan yearning to be with a good team.
The 80s was a horrible time in Cowboy history. They sucked.
There's so many, but we'll settle on the 80s.
Anyways, you jumped on the Niner bandwagon of the 80s, just like some people jumped on,
before.
just like a lot of people jumped on Big Hair in the 80s. They jumped on,
like they jumped on the Cowboys in the 70s.
But John, have you ever considered?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
False start.
That's almost as bad as Elway marrying a Raider cheerleader.
I can't believe he did that. And by the way, I'm sorry he's off the market, Matt.
But his wife's on the market.
See you next week. 2 words. Leon Lett.